Hi guys. As I'm thinking about something, mna, cause I'm Xhosa, ngishadele kwaZulu, but I'm Xhosa. Like my mom and dad is Xhosa, umama naye bethetha isiXhosa, so like ngiyasasa, I understand isiXhosa, but because ngise-KZN, I got tired of explaining isiXhosa. If you speak, you do it ubuthini, and we have to explain. So I was like, no more. I'll just tell them yabo into yesiZulu because I grew up in KZN. But here's the thing, as I grew up in KZN, but I has whether there's different parts of the KZN where thinking about is different. Like someone told me that if like a man yabo ishinto, you can't object to what they said. Finally, like when's it is it a KZN thing, or is it a like an African women thing? Then into like I'm noticing, I'm not saying bonke amaZulu and stuff, but I'm noticing this trend ukuthi like man, you do anything for them. Also compromise when yourself as a woman, like to the point like like we were speaking about indaba yokudla, and I was like but the topic was around food. So thina no yena it's fine, thina singadla lokhu ukudla okungekho fresh yabo, bese amadoda wona fa athole the fresh food, like fa abakhukhele from scratch. For me the reasoning is, ukuthi we are all humans at the end of the day, so why must a man yena athole okungcono kunokwami, mina as a woman I must get less than? Is it like a teaching efundiswe abantu abamnyama, or is it like a teaching efundiswa people in some parts of the KZN? Because for me it's coming as a shock nje, all those things. Nokuthi mhlawumbe-ke ngikhule ekhayeni where there was no father, uma was a single mother. Yes, I once had a stepdad like ngisamncane and stuff, but I never picked up my mannerisms from my mom, or because I was too young, so I can't remember and I don't understand. Angazi guys, but nje it just concerned me so much leyo nto ukuthi like njani ukuthi mina as a woman, ukuthi like njani mina as a woman I must eat ukudla okungekho fresh, but a man because he's a man fanele athole like ukudla oku-right yena. I even like questioned her ukuthi like kanjani, ngathi hayi phela indoda like fa badla ukudla okufresh, ngathi thina, and I laughed, like I was so uncomfortable. Laugh and like thina shuthi thina fa sidle stale food. Why? Ngathi hayi amadoda you'll consider them. Even nendaba like yokuhlala ocansini, ukuthi women like if ukuhleli ku-round they must sit ocansini, and men can sit on benches or ocansini if umuntu uyafuna mhlawumbe ukurelax or whatever the case may be. And apparently there's a certain way to sit, especially if mhlawumbe khona ubaba wekhaya, like head of the home, like if ufikele emzini type of thing. There's a way efanele ihlale ngayo throughout. If ubaba ekhaya ukhona, then uzolula imilenze only sekuthiwa akasukumile wahamba or whatever the case may be. But if he's there in your presence, you must yabo fa ugoqe inyawo like ocansini, even if uphethwe a-cramp or whatever the case may be. They don't care about that. When you must understand the respect aspect, but ukuthi, is it not just a bit too much ukuthi the things that must be done, ukuthi a man this, a man that, ukuthi is always placed so highly, that to the point that a girl child will grow up believing ukuthi nakekho valuable, they're not enough, they're not important, they're not worthy of your respect and love. And I think it even promotes this culture of ukuthi like intombazana ngoba ishadile, you are a woman, a full woman, because you have a husband. If awunayo a husband, it means you're not woman enough. I think ileyo nto efika that culture like amongst us Africans, honestly, especially like KZN. Guys, maybe it's because I grew up here, but I like KZN women, they really value men. They really put men on high pedestals. Like, it's like on a brink of unhealthy. It's like too much. Like I love my husband, but there's like that healthy respect, not ukuthi like subservient to him type of thing. How can I explain? Is it because I'm multiracials, so I don't get it. Angas, but it just feels like it's a bit too much, guys. Angas, maybe share your thoughts. I'm just dropping my thoughts now of into that's like playing in my head, and I'm like so confused about it. Ukuthi ayenze sense most like really. Nadidla ukudla stale, then a man must get fresh food just because he's a man. Yes, I understand there's respect, but every human being deserves respect, deserves good treatment, not just because it's a man. I nashemde puzzled and funa ukuxoxa. But maybe it's because umxhosa, so you don't get it. Or because I'm a multiracial, you don't get it. But I think even to encourage like women abuse. It's those teachings, not rape, because Africa, especially South Africa, rape is very high. And mostly in these areas where like Makaya or it's heavy populated by abantu that like grew up in Makaya, then moved to the city and stuff. Rape and the abuse of women is so prevalent. I think it's that culture that teaches men that it's okay. A woman, you can mistreat them, you can abuse them because really they're your object, they're not worthy enough. It's those teachings now for me when I analyze it. Because like a boy child growing up in that setting grows up thinking that women are not valid enough, they're not worthy to be respected. Every single thing must revolve around a boy child, but what about her? It even goes back to the times of Sikula, and I don't know now, but then boy children didn't wash dishes, they didn't sweep, they didn't do anything, they just existed. Osisibake babemwashela efusekhulile, bamwashele and do things to him, which is insane because they're all your children. You should all teach them your responsibility in taking care of a home. They should be able to clean after themselves. It's not just a female and male thing. Cleanliness is godliness. It didn't say cleanliness from a female is godliness. So there's so many warped things that we do in society as so concerning that bring about all these issues that we have right now in our country, especially when it comes to women abuse and all that, because they see you less than. Because even in rape, it's about power. It's a power thing. It's not really about it's a sexual act to that person, but they're proving their power. I'm not a psychologist, but I'm just trying to link and find is that not linked to that? The teachings that people teach boy children and girl children. You can't sit a certain way, you must sit this way, because if you sit around you're inviting abuse. Like the nerve, why don't you teach a boy child to respect a girl even if he's clearly anyhow, to not view the child sexually, or to not view a girl child or any female sexually umbheka as another human being instead of sexualizing them. If you see a female, it's okay, I must sexualize them. Why? Like there's so much, but I just wanted to drop my thoughts about those certain things. I think we need to go back to the drawing board as modern as we have become as society. We can't have a TV and all these things, but we're still stuck on the old ways. There's the oppressive to females. It's not going to work out. It's not working out. It hasn't been working out. And it's never going to work out, no matter what we say. I'm not saying men must be disrespected, but balance, healthy balance. I'm a woman, I'm valued, I'm valuable, I'm worthy, I deserve respect, I deserve love, I deserve good stuff. Not only males. That's the thing we must teach about, or children besakhula ukuthi wonke umuntu ubalekile, not just because unetoto special wena. It can't be, guys. No. And I'm saying this as a mom who's got 2 boy children and 1 girl. We have your responsibility if uzele izingane zabafana to teach them otherwise. Like example, I'm not saying I'm perfect and I've got this figured out, but I'm just doing that little bit that I can. Now my son, we are over my curtain in the evenings. Ekuseni ngama-weekends, he opens the windows, ama-curtains, nama-windows. He's got some responsibilities that are set for him because I'm teaching him a responsibility. It's not just for a female to take care of a home. You can't stay in a filthy house ngokuthi there's no female. Uzofuna girlfriend ngoba uthi hayi awukwazi ukupheka, awukwazi ukuclean after yourself. Like the heck, for ntoni? Be responsible. Cleaner is a basic human necessity. It's not a special thing. It's not an art. Ukuhlala and clean is a godly thing. It's close to godliness to stay in a clean place. Ayikho special. So people need to get that. Bible. Anyway, yeah, I'll leave it there. I just wanted to drop that thought about those things. But we gotta do better. Khona okunye ngukukhohlwa, but I just can't recall it. Andikhumbuli. But there's something else now that triggered this. These thoughts, no guys, we gotta do better. We're advancing in everything. We've got smartphones, emakhaya khona ama-smartphones, but people still want to stick to those old patterns of thinking ezingasisebenzeli, ezingasincedi. There's TVs emakhaya manje, but still people want to stick to those oppressive ways that oppress abantu besifazane and liberate a boy child. No guys, no. We gotta do better. Ngeke soze yo, just because no, we gotta do better, shame.